start. That's the way we do things on the Dark Heroes. It's just like we start things.
We're just like, hi.
No intro telling you to like and comment and hit the bell for all notifications. No Nord.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
No NordVPN plug. No, this is just the way we do stuff on
Sponsored
unprofessional.
by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Go download today.
Okay, here we are.
Yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends.
I'm totally sponsored by them.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, yes. After some, half an hour? It's okay. We left off the Dark Heroes about 3 or 4 weeks ago, exiting the temple dedicated to snakes, from what it seemed, and a little splash of Tree of Life and Shaman in there too. But the DM also spoiled the party with magic items galore. They are again accompanied by Marcel, the Mime Jr., and Alvis, the Charmander, former classmates of, well, just the Charmander anyway, is a former classmate of Raffa. They battled a gigantic Arbok and Ekans cohorts and exited the dungeon, showing off their magic items. And let's do a rundown of the magic items you got, just so everyone remembers. So let's start with you, Henry. What'd you get?
I got my brand new snake friend, Ropey.
He nods at you.
He's a magical rope snake.
All right, Rafa, what spoils did you collect?
I got the invisible toot horn. I got the winged boots, and I got a rod of no moving.
Yeah, just taking Rodney's job. Lucius, what'd you get?
Rafa gave me her scroll of detect thoughts, and Lucius also became an Egyptian pharaoh with the staff of Arbok.
Yeah. You're like Jafar there. Just go, like, dominate mind on a sultan, a man-child sultan. And finally, Alvis, what'd you get?
I got the ring of telekinesis. I can move things around.
Yeah, you're
with
like
this ring.
You're like David Blaine, just go on the street.
Yeah.
Here. Keep this one shot. Keep this real. Okay. But after collecting their spoils, they had another run-in with the mysterious Pokemon that they shouldn't know the name of, but know the name of for some reason. Who questions them to find the human amongst them, which of course is Sora, the shaman. But knowing what he did to the last human that was tagging along with them, our hero stayed ever defiant. And Audric the Charmeleon threw himself in front of the Mewtwo, sacrificing himself for the greater good.
For the greater good.
And was grabbed, and the Dark Heroes had a very bad case of deja vu as he was about to become Jimmy Neutron and get a brain blast, but something stopped the Mewtwo, and he dropped Audric. And the Mewtwo grabbed his head, screaming in pain. And our heroes ran for it. And oh yeah, he was able to track them apparently through a handkerchief that drew him to Henry. So their privacy was compromised. And let me guys tell you about privacy. So NordVPN is a service. No, okay, let's. Okay, let's go.
Oh my freaking gosh.
All right, so you're running away from this Mewtwo through this forest. It is screaming, howling, and it's actually an audible scream too. It's not, you were hearing it talk to you in your mind via telepathy. you'd assume. So a very powerful psychic Pokemon, but it's screaming in pain, holding its head. Audric has told you to run. He's okay, from what it seems. And you are all just running?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say Lucius is in the front. Are you just running forward, or do you have any plans to kind of, outmaneuver this thing, or maybe doing something so he doesn't track you, or are you just hauling ass?
Wait, do we know what is following us?
We do not.
We do not.
Let's see. Considering it would take too much time to set up Divine Sense, perhaps like trying to find cover and stuff like that, but beyond that, just hauling ass.
Okay.
How far away are we from the temple? Pretty far, right?
Pretty far. You were walking quite a bit before you ran into this guy.
Yeah, I would agree. We should probably find some cover somewhere.
Okay, there are trees you could hide behind, but you're just kind of running along. It's not even really a path, but it's kind of there's like an opening in the trees, which kind of it's sort of like a path. If that makes any sense.
Sort of.
Okay.
We made our own path. Trample is.
So are you just following that, or are you deviating it from it in any way?
Unless there's something that looks promising along the way, we're probably just going through this path and just running like heck.
Okay. Since you're in, well, I'll let everyone roll a perception for this. If you're just kind of looking for, while you're running, it's all a disadvantage too. Let's just say that because you don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got one.
Excellent.
Lucius is perceptive as.
Oops. Ah, no spaces. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But it worked anyway?
I'm just rolling straight decks.
I'm not
No,
sure. I'm just re-rolling. I'm re-rolling. So this is the first one, and this
12.
What drugs are you taking?
15.
So, 9.
Okay.
Yeah, 9, because
So-
that's counting both of them, the numbers together.
Yeah.
So his number was 9.
Yep.
9.
All right.
So your highest one is 12 so far.
No.
Yeah.
No, the ones have begun.
No, I'm not. I was thinking I could technically try and I could technically re-roll with Lucius's necklace, but
Yeah.
well, actually, I think this is important enough. I think I'm going to re-roll with Lucius's necklace,
All right.
even if my perception sucks.
like-
I think it might be worth it for me to try and do
Omni's
so.
superiority.
16. There we are.
Okay. So Alvis and Lucius, you see plenty of trees to maybe kind of like the root is above ground. You could like hide under it, you think. But you just kind of see just basic trees throughout this forest you're running through. But you do see like those kind of they'd be good hiding spots, you'd think.
Well, then I would say let's go hide.
Yeah.
All right. So Lucius and Alvis is flagging you over to these rooted trees. You are I assume you guys are following?
Yeah.
Raffa and Henry?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, your rope actually gets off of you and starts like slithering that way too.
Ah, yes.
All right. But you are there now. You're kind of under that root. What do you want to do now?
Well, I suppose while we're just hiding down there and trying not to be seen, Lucius is going to use his divine sense to see if he can suss out anything.
Okay. I should point out you have all your NPCs in tow. Sora and Mimikyu are there.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, there's Paladin, Divine Sense.
All of our NPCs as if they are items instead of
your key items.
instead of actual people. Like like what Rodney said.
I'm also assuming that Marcel is trying to film everything.
Yeah, he's doing that. He's he's again. He's like, who was that boss?
I don't know, but it looks like there are some very like frightening things going on here. You saw what this mysterious Pokemon was doing, and now even that mysterious strong Pokemon, it told us to run, and now we are here, and I'm not even quite sure what's happening.
He was talking about humans.
Yeah, we like. Do you guys know anything about this?
Now we need to calm and be quiet.
Lucius, with your divine sense, you sense Mimikyu, who is kind of like next to you, but you sense consecrated grounds about 60 feet to the north.
What?
Consecrated. Like blessed.
Oh. Okay, guys. I think I sense something sacred to the north of here. There is the... And which direction did we come from?
It might be the village.
Well, you don't really know.
Okay, do I know... So I don't even know if, like, that direction is the opposite direction of where we came from or close to where we came from or anything like that?
It is, yeah, it's the opposite direction of where this Mewtwo was. So
It has to be the village.
Do we want to try and go there, or do we want to wait here for a second?
I mean, I hope we would be safe there, but of course, we cannot be sure. But we can also, I don't think we can stay here forever.
Let's wait here for a couple of minutes, see if there's any movement or any stirring, and if not, we'll try and make a dash for it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just gonna sit there?
Yeah, sit there, wait, hit in, and sort of see if there's anything coming, anything following us, anything like that. And if nothing passes, if not, we notice nothing after a bit, then we continue on north.
Okay, so about a minute or two in, the screaming stops, and then there's just silence. You don't hear anything besides the sounds of the forest.
There was screaming, like many screaming voices, or just
the creature you encountered. He was screaming as
Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure, but let's make a break for it now.
Yeah.
Are you running or are you sneaking?
I'm gonna say we're sneaking unless we notice something coming after us, in which case we'll start running.
What kind of armor are you wearing, Lucius?
I'm wearing my I'm not wearing my one that gives me disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm wearing my normal armor that doesn't give me disadvantage in stealth.
Jacket.
All right. So, yeah, okay. Do stealth rolls all around. The NPCs will just do one, just so we don't, stack it against you or stack it with.
He's taking too many pictures.
Maybe-
as he goes.
Maybe we should just run.
Well, let's take a look here. How
Okay,
bad is
nice.
my stealth is it.
I'm just too short for the grass to hide me.
Oh!
Okay. Well, the NPCs did well, so you're lucky there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did well. What are you talking about? Didn't both? Oh wait. Oh,
Yeah.
you do two rolls. Okay.
It takes all of them,
Okay,
and then
so-
at least half of you pass it, then everyone passes it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically how many pass.
Ah.
No, you don't have to roll again.
Yeah, you don't have heavy armor on.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got your 20, your dirty 20.
That's
Okay.
my dirty 20.
Yeah. Okay, so you lay low and begin wading through kind of the grass and the leaves, and the shrubs, and you make your way to. It looks like you get that distance that you felt there was consecrated land there, Lucius, but there appears to be like just nothing ahead of you but forest. Like you're right in the place where you think there's.
That's odd.
Are we close yet?
We should be here. According
What?
to my sense, we should be here.
Maybe it's invisible again.
Sora, Ajik.
There's a village ahead of us, and Sora says, "Yeah, but it looks pretty ruined."
Oh boy.
Oh,
Bacon laser.
That doesn't sound good.
That does not sound
Wait,
good.
you guys don't
What-
see it?
No, we don't see anything.
It's right in front of you.
Marcel, do you think it's visible on the crystal? Do you see it?
No, I just see a forester.
Hmm. But this would be the shaman village, right?
Yeah, well, Shaman Village?
Yeah, we were looking for a shaman village here, and um, if everything like with the it should be here. And now you say it's ruined and we cannot see it.
Sora starts walking forward, and then he walks through this kind of like barrier where it just kind of ripples as he goes through, and he disappears.
Okay, Lucius is going to fall as
Yeah.
well.
I follow.
Yeah, I was also immediately going to follow.
All right, so yeah, you go through this barrier, and it just kind of like ripples, like you just splashed into water. I guess the people behind you see that anyway. And in front of you, you see a colossal tree with these beautiful luminescent kind of tendrils and leaves on it. And there is it's I'm probably underselling how massive it is. It's humongous. Like you're a speck compared to it. But there's also this like kind of village around it, but everything looks all destroyed on it. Like all the roofs are taken off these like little huts. There's just a bunch of debris all over the place. There's scorched earth.
Oh no.
And yeah, this would be a pretty devastating blow to you, Alvis, because
Yeah. Okay, so I'm turning to the crystal and I'm just saying it looks like whatever was attacking us or attacking this being that we don't know about. Just look at what it has done. And I just like tell Marcel to pan over the village while I'm like out of words, basically.
yeah. Marcel's doing kind of like the panoramic.
I'm gonna go looking for bacon laser footprints.
Okay. Give me an investigation, Raffa.
Yeah, I'm going to do some investigating around too. Rafa, you got this.
Yeah. Okay, so this is actually weird, Raffa. You'd expect to find kind of the destruction that took forth looks recent, unusually recent. But there are no like footprints or anything. You don't see like kind of scattering footprints running away. You don't really see anything of that nature that would suggest this village was attacked.
Should question this item I have in my inventory. Do I know like who it belongs to?
The glove?
Yes.
No, you do not.
Okay.
But at the mention of humans, it may have got you a little curious. But you see Sora walk up to Audric, and he says, "I'm sorry for doubting you. Thank you." And Audric says, "Don't mention it. But I've got a question for you. Who was that?"
Is he asking?
Yeah.
He's asking everyone in general now that you're away from this guy.
Actually, I have the same question. Like, what is going on here? You obviously know more than you are willing to tell, and now this entire village
Okay.
is just destroyed, and I cannot see any, like, there has to be a connection with you guys, and
Oh, so we destroyed the village. Is that
I'm
how
not
you
saying
see it?
that I'm not saying that you destroyed the village, but
Calm down, you two.
obviously it has something to do with you.
Calm down, you two. Okay. Quick explanation. That Mewtwo, from what we have learned, he is apparently a member of Abolition.
Of abolition.
Yes, I'm sure you've probably heard of them as some sort of philanthropist.
Yes.
I
People
cannot
who
say
do
that.
good things.
Philanthropist, the proper word. Philanthropist.
I do not know why I can't say that.
Wait,
Anyway,
why is abolition trying to kill you?
they're not trying to kill us. They're specifically targeting humans who turned into Pokemon.
Do you see a human here?
What?
Well, yes, a human turned into a Pokemon. It could be any one of us.
So one of you is a Pokemon, a human.
That's what Mewtwo seems to think in any case.
And why would he think that?
I'm not entirely sure because
You are.
we were
Saw
trapped.
us with a human,
We were
and
trapped.
then he killed him.
Yeah, we traveled with a human by circumstance, admittedly, earlier, and he killed that human. But as far as I'm aware, we're not. As far as I'm aware, we're not really certain why he's after us anymore.
I mean, he could
There
think
might
bring
be another
cohorts with
human
a bunch
among
of
us.
humans.
There might be another human among our ranks.
Lucius, Audric's reaction to this warrants an insight check, so give me an insight check.
We all knew he was a human.
Okay, you say as I have terrible. Oh, 12 is meh.
Okay, you can tell he's worried, but not about himself.
Did I notice that Sora was very, like, nervous?
Yeah, he was
when all
shaking.
this happened?
He was shaking during that confrontation.
Okay, I'm, like, while we're talking about humans, I'm trying to, like, get a closer look at Sora, how he's reacting to this.
Oh, wait. When you look at Sora, something odd seems to be happening to him. The kind of his back, the grassy back of the Shaven, he's kind of got this, like, translucent rainbow glow to him now. So he's like
flowers.
he's like a gay pride shaman right now.
What's going on with the boy?
Sora,
Boy, are you doing something that I... Oh, no.
Sora, what's happening to you?
What do you mean?
Your
You're
back.
Ah!
You're glowing.
I don't know. This has never happened before.
It's similar to the Tree of Life. I wonder. Here's the question: do we want to try heading closer to the tree to see Xerneas and maybe get some answers, or
You can see him like kind of like trying to like see if it will like wash off, but it's there. It's just kind of he's kind of glowing. He's not like just like full like DeviantArt OC right now. It's more of like the kind of this like glow washing over his back.
Wait, before we go anywhere, I want to know, do you know anything about what destroyed this village? Because so far you try to explain some things to me, but it's not really the thing I want to know. I want to know what happened here.
He said
um,
he says to you, "Well, no, I don't know what happened to it. For some reason, ever since I got here, everything's been looking familiar to me, but I don't know why. I've never been here before."
we don't have any concrete ideas, but though the thing is, this destruction doesn't fit what we saw in Lucretia, so could it be from
Wait.
something else, or
Does the name Lucretia, do I know this name?
You know that's or no, yes, you do. You knew that's where Raffa was headed towards. That's the
Okay.
Shaman village. The name of it is known. It's just really hard to get
Wait.
to, and it's
Okay. Wait, destruction in Lucretia? Wasn't this where Rafa was going? What happened there?
I was just gonna gesture around.
So this is the second time you've been to Shaman Village, and it's gone destroyed. What are you doing?
You always think it has to be my fault.
Look around!
You make it sound like I blew it up and then found you, like some kind of a setup. The only person who goes out to destroy other people's work is you, Alvis.
Oh, come on. No, you don't. This town was destroyed right as we got here. And now I'm hearing that you went to another shaman village and it also got destroyed. Doesn't this sound strange to you? Like there's some sort of connection, maybe?
to Rafa, doubtfully. We don't know who destroyed this one, but we know, or at least we have a fairly good idea who came through Lucretia, and Rafa was with us at the time in a trial dungeon they had while they were doing it outside.
And who destroyed the other village?
We don't have a name, but it's this strange creature wearing strange armor that has a sort of strange blaster that turns Pokemon into metal.
Okay, and just as you say this, Albus remembers that he something in this inventory, his face turns kind of this this O look, and then he pulls out this glove that he found on the island.
all right. So
Something like this.
the glove is actually not like the one you guys saw. This one looks very old and decrepit. Looks like it's maybe made out of leather. Has like a few holes in it, but it definitely looks like a human hand.
It looks close. It looks like the same creatures would wear it, but it's not exactly. The gloves the person who came here, or the person who came to Lucretia wore, was a lot different.
Okay, so I found this on the island. Maybe they lost it as they went around here.
It's
Yeah, but
very old, though. So for all we know, this village... Well, no, it looks recent, but it's so confusing.
Lucius is going to sniff.
So do a perception roll.
Okay.
Looking for that rib.
I like how I'm the one doing these. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of a forest kind of smell. You just smell the kind of grass, maybe some of the pollen from some flowers nearby. There's several of those rainbow flowers. I might point out too of those Spectricumus.
I'm like, all right, I'll sniff. Investigation, yeah.
No, it's perception.
Yeah,
Perception. Oh, that's a good
because
one.
smelling is perception too, not just sight. Yeah. Okay. So I'll say, Raffa and Henry, you smell Gracidia flowers somewhere. You don't know where, but they're somewhere.
I smell the flowers that are associated with the boy.
Yeah, you remember it from when you were on Lucretia.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shaman flowers, the Gracidias.
Yeah, they smell like strawberries. They're pink.
Yes.
I get no sense of any bacon or anything like that, so...
No. The smell was of spicy ribs. I
Sorry,
remember.
spicy ribs.
Albus has just started to go in a circle and just mumbling to himself. This whole expedition, it's a failure. How did this happen? I don't.
Well, we got one of two options. We can either check out the Gracidio guy's smell, see if there's anything there, or we can continue onward to the Tree of Life, see if we can find Xerneas there, and see if Xerneas can give us some answers.
Okay, so Alphys is walking off, having a breakdown. But this tree is like, it's quite massive. So like, you can't really just just climb it, should I say? Because it's so humongous, so big that
Wait, are we like right next to it?
yeah. When you went through this barrier, this village is kind of like around the tree itself.
Oh, we're around the tree already.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought the tree was still in the distance.
No, like it was through this barrier.
Okay. Then Lucius is going to try and use his divine sense, because I have multiple of them finally, to try and see if he can locate Xerneas.
Well, you can't point out. It just tells you what's in the vicinity.
Well, yeah, but okay, fine. He's searching for Fae, Fairy, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Essence.
So you get Mimikyu. You see him. He kind of waves to you. And the consecrated grounds is just... It's the tree.
Hmm.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta go touch the tree.
Maybe we should, like, Albus tries to like get his senses together a bit, and then he says, maybe we should look for survivors first before we do anything else.
I do think, first things first, I do think we should stick together as a group just in case, but perhaps you're right. Perhaps we should check around here, investigate around the village, see what we can find. See if there's any details, anything like that, stuff like that. Just look around.
Are you gonna just check around kind of the ground, or are you gonna check inside the little hut, or like
I will check inside the huts.
All right. So it doesn't seem like there was many items inside these huts, but they're kind of like broken in. There doesn't seem to be like any possessions of any kind you notice as you do the scouring of this small little village around the tree. Like, no items at all. It seems like the only, like, possessions technically were the huts themselves.
It looks like either the shaman had no possessions or they were robbed. And also, I assume that there's just no shaman left here, right?
No,
I mean,
there's no
probably.
real sign there was shaman ever here.
Ah, okay.
Besides that smell that Henry and who detected?
Raffa.
Raffa.
Yeah, Raffa detected.
But from the architecture, like it's clearly a shaman village, right?
From what you know about them, they yeah, you could sort of tell they kind of made it very floral. The roofs had kind of the green flowery roofs. But they're busted in and
Okay, looks like there's really nobody left here. Kind of looks like no one was ever here. It's really strange.
Well, the lack of footprints points to a flying or psychic type.
What about the Grace Diaz? How about you guys try and lead us in that direction, since it's our only current path forward, so to speak?
you don't really have you don't really know where they are. You just smell them in the air. You can't really follow your nose towards them, though.
Ah,
Yeah.
huh.
But
Okay.
they shouldn't be too hard to find, right? I mean, they are pretty obvious how they
Yeah.
look. Maybe we should just look around a bit and then we find them.
Okay. And
Like,
if
is there
that,
a path or is this just an open area?
This is just kind of like an open area around a tree. If I could direct you to the drawing board. Where is this? Done. Okay, so this is going to be very crude as usual. So you got this massive tree. It's got like kind of roots coming out. And there's kind of like little settlements like around it. Like that. They don't seem to like go out. They're just kind of like around it.
okay.
And you're just kind of little specks here. This is not
Okay,
to
and
scale.
I assume since we already checked the huts, we basically went around the tree and we found no flowers so
Yeah,
far.
it looks all the same around the tree. It actually would take quite a while to go around the tree.
Oh, so we haven't really gone around yet.
Yeah. But from what you could see, the destruction goes off in those directions to the left and the right over here.
Well, Lucius is going to take a page from Raffa's book, and Lucius is going to touch the Tree of Life.
Okay, the base of it or like one of the roots sticking out.
The base of it, if possible.
All right, so you walk up to the tree and your hand goes through it.
Okay, that's interesting.
The tree is a lie.
Sora, do you happen to see anything past this tree?
Besides your hand going through it, no.
Huh.
Should we just go into the tree then?
Be where the Gracidias are coming from.
I suppose.
So we have an illusion that makes it so you can't see this area. And then the big fat middle of it is also an illusion.
It's like those presents.
Oh man, where's the third layer?
Okay, well, I'm going to regret this, but Lucius is gonna go all the way through and see what he can see.
All right. So, Lucius, you push through this again, and you guys behind him see that same rippling effect. And so, Lucius, when you go through this, you see you are in pretty much the same area with the tree and all, but you're overwhelmed by the sense of a drastic change in the scenery. Going from the destroyed ruins, you're now in a village covered in vibrant flora, which includes some Gracidia flowers, those distinct pink flowers. There are several small grass huts scattered around the tree's base throughout this village. You also see several shaman. Interestingly enough, they have the same kind of prismatic shimmer on their backs as Sora. You see some of them carrying baskets on their side full of flowers, while others are just casually walking through this village. Something strange you also notice about this village is there are a lot of shaman in proximity to these Gracidia flowers, but they're not transforming. All the conditions seem to be there. It's daytime. They seem healthy, and they're walking next to them, but they're not transforming. Above else, you notice it. You notice it being a lot darker now. You notice the tree was not. There was light coming through the tree last time, but now it's dark because the canopy of the tree is giving you shade. And yeah, you just see. That's what you see.
Oh my gosh, a village full of amaranth! Run! Okay, jokes aside, well, Lucius is going to, approach the nearest shaman he can.
Okay. Is your party following you? What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I was wondering the same question.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean,
was like,
seeing
I
that Lucius doesn't come back, I think I was just like poking his head through the
Wow.
tree.
we're all going through. We did it the first time with the barrier. We did it with the temple.
Yeah.
We're doing it again.
Okay. Copy paste what I just described to Lucius.
The village! It's not destroyed!
You found it, sir!
I found the village! I found the village! This expedition, just as predicted, has been a huge success. We just found the shaman, and look at it. They all have this nice rainbow shimmering effect on them. It seems that the shaman have migrated into this tree. This is why they probably left the huts out there. Maybe they have some, I don't know, maybe they do this in the summer. I don't know. Maybe they migrate into the tree. It's so fascinating. We have to ask a shaman. We have to find out more. This is just so fascinating.
We need to
I
get...
assume by this point in time, Lucius has probably already approached.
It's a little bit of a walk, but yeah, you can see one. Your ensemble meets up with the shaman, yes. And he says, "Oh, hello, brother.
Hello?
Welcome to Memoria."
Memoria?
That's the name of this village.
Oh. Alright, thank you. Nice to meet you.
I see you brought our brother back. Sora kind of like looks to you, knowing what he told you about his actual brother, and
Yeah.
he says, brother? And the shaman says, "We are all children of the great tree. You can call me Sora." "Okay, that'll do, Sora. Bye now." And he just kind of walks away. Very, very, kind of the polar opposite of what happened in Lucretia, your encounter.
This place
so
is weird.
This shaman is also called Sora?
No,
Are you from... okay.
Sora was saying his name was Sora.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, so Lucius is just standing there dumbfounded for a couple of seconds. Just like, what the actual heck, before he's gonna walk further in the village and just sort of look around.
Before you do that, that shaman looks like he has a bit of a realization and says, "You should see the seer. She was expecting you." Bye now.
The seer?
Yes, the seer.
Where is she?
He points off into a direction off to you guys are looking straight at the tree, and I'll say that's north. And he's pointing to the east, where there's kind of like this uplifted root, and there seems to be like a hut on it. He says, "Our sister is in there."
Okay, thank you.
There's another outsider if you want to talk to him.
Another outsider?
Yeah, he usually hangs out on the left route.
Okay, good to know. Thank you for the directions.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, he gives off the feeling as you look around, like these shaman are just like on cloud nine, like they're in this perpetual state of joy.
I think this is the happiest place I've ever been. And Albus looks just so happy and like he's taking it all in. He can barely even know what to say.
Okay. So we know that there's another outsider here, and there's apparently a seer that's been expecting us.
We should see the seer, I think, and
We could
ask her
also-
more questions. I have so many questions.
We could also visit the other outsider, because obviously he would have been the first person to find this place.
No, I'm the first person to find this place.
Yeah, tell that to Lucius's head when it stuck through the tree before yours.
Oh, for the love of Arceus. Ugh. I'm heading to the seer.
Okay, so
The more you mispronounce the name of our Lord Arceus, the more he gets mad at you.
Mimikyu sees like these little shaman kids playing with this little ball, and it like rolls over to him. He just kind of looks around and kicks it over to them again. And they're kind of like, ah! And he starts playing with them.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's having fun. In fact, Ropey unravels from your shoulder, Henry, and it begins playing with them too.
Oh!
Oh,
As much as a rope can play with a ball.
Yes.
Yeah. It's relatively close to the seer. Do you want to just like watch him play, or do you want to take him in there? Or...
I'll let him play while I head in.
All right, yeah, he's not far. You could see him in like an eye shoot. So as long as you're just kind of like peering off in the side like every 2 seconds or so, and I'll say you are, so I won't say, oh, you didn't say that. So you can
Ropey,
keep...
Okay.
Ropey will take care of him.
Yeah, so yeah, your rope and Mimikyu and these two little shaman boys and girl are playing with a ball right now. He looks like he's having like a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so Audric and Sora are following you. Everyone's going to the seer? No one's going to the outsider?
Yeah, this is
Yes.
Galadriel moment.
Yeah, alright. Alright. So there is this little hut with a curtain on it. You have to like kind of walk up the route, which is a little bit of a walk, but it's easily climbable.
Albus is going to go in front, and is this an open hut, or do we have to like open a door or something?
There's not a door. There's like a curtain on the entranceway.
Okay, and then he asks, "May we come in?"
So you butt in front of Lucius, and you
Yes.
ask if you can come in, and you hear this kind of old voice say, "Yes, you can come in, brother."
Okay, and then he steps through the curtain, and then he introduces himself. Hello, my name's Alvis. I'm on an expedition to your wondrous and amazing town you have here, and there's so much to learn from you, and I'm just so happy to see you.
All right, so as you introduce yourself, Elvis, you open your eyes after your introduction, and you see this very old shaman. Her back is very gray, but she still has that rainbow shine that everyone seems to have, and Sora has at the moment. Um, she says, "Yes, I am aware. The tree told me."
The tree told you, so you can communicate with the tree.
That is correct. I've been expecting all of you.
Oh, fascinating.
What do you mean by you've been expecting us?
She says to you, "My job as a seer is to communicate with the Tree of Life. Recently, it was attacked. It was attacked, and because it was, certain defense measures were put into place to conceal it while it sleeps.
You mean dark matter?
That is what.
So the tree sleeps? How does the tree sleep?
The tree is actually a Pokémon named Xerneas. And though he recovered from the last attack, he must sleep to further get back to his prime. But he still dreams, and as a seer, I can hear his dreams. And the tree's dreams are vague, like most dreams are. But it told me a group accompanied by a human would visit the land of the dead to find a means to save the land of the living.
And also to save my girlfriend.
I turn to the group upon hearing about human, and I'm not just saying anything, I'm just looking at them like judging.
Is this true? She has her eyes closed too, I should add. She hasn't opened.
Some of us think going to the Void Lands would be a terrible decision to let Void Shadows leak out into the world.
No, the land of the dead is not the Void Land, sister.
I've told you.
I feel like I have asked this a few times, but what is going on? Voidlands?
May I ask which among you is the human I foresaw?
Okay, so Lucius hesitates for a moment and looks back and he's sort of indicating that Sora should be the one to reveal himself should he so choose.
Okay. Sora kind of hesitates, knowing what happened with this information getting out. But he eventually says, "It's me." And
What?
and the seer kind of looks a little aback by this, and he said, "Well, our brother is human. He's not the one."
He's not
He's...
the one?
Wait, are you saying there's another human in this group?
Have you found one yet?
Look, I don't know anything. Nobody tells me anything. I don't know.
Our brother came to us 2 years ago. A human turned Pokemon. He had another goal, being a human coming to our world. There was an entity called the Bitter Cold threatening this world. A being that would start the world anew due to the animosity and selfishness of the Pokémon. The Voice of Life, an entity spawned from the Great Tree, made a plea to hundreds of humans to come help us beat the Bitter Cold, because while Pokémon crumble at its presence, humans do not. But agents of Bitter Cold caught wind of the Voice of Life's plans, and hunted all the humans mercilessly. Our brother here was one of those humans. Kirim was coming to Memoria to kill him, so we acted fast and sent our brother with the Voice of Life to defeat the Bitter Cold. But Kirim, again, found out of our plan and attacked the two at sea. And while the Voice of Life fended him off, he lost our brother in the struggle. He assumed the sea claimed his life, and it would seem Kirim did also. Because of that, the Voice of Life went and found a new human. He found one of the few humans remaining, named Lucas, and with him, the mission was successful, and they defeated the Bitter Cold.
What Pokemon was the human who was transformed?
A Snivy, I believe.
The one that left here was a Snivy?
No. The one that left the Memoria was our brother here, pointing at Sora. But I don't remember any of this. You don't remember any of this because you lost your connection to the Tree of Life, wandering too far from it. I take it you were gaining familiarity with Memoria as soon as you arrived on this island, no? Sora kind of goes silent. In a few days, you should remember everything. Perhaps you are still yet to find this human. Your journey is far from over, after all.
Maybe we are. I'm not even certain what human you'd be talking about.
As I said, dreams are vague. They could be muddled up. The Great Tree could be seeing it in the wrong order.
But this human is still a Snivy, or how does this work?
Oh no, that human is living on the Mist Continent now. His role is over.
Ah.
His duty was to beat the Bitter Cold, and he did.
I think I understand now, more or less.
But, back to the point. The Great Tree has told me your destination is upon the canopy. The canopy can be accessed by going through a mystery dungeon at its roots. You need not worry about danger. The mystery dungeon in question is harmless as long as the Great Tree is at peace.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that easy for us.
Why do you say, sister?
Because every time we walk into a mystery dungeon, this group called the Chaos Guild shows up, and I don't think the tree is gonna like them.
I see no premonition of something happening there.
Well, I hope you're right. Should we wait until Sora regains his memory first, though?
Well, nobody amongst the living has ever gone to the land of the dead. But us shaman who are attuned with the Great Tree are able to overcome the defense measures to access certain parts of the island. I take it you were at a loss when you entered the clearing with the multiple pathways, the ones that sent you back to the beachfront, until our brother pointed out the staircase.
Yeah, both Sora and Audric were able to see it.
Oh.
Wait, why did Audric see it?
That's curious. 'Cause those with the blessing of the great tree are able to see past those illusions. That is, of course, except the illusion of the tree itself hiding this very village.
I turn to Odric, waiting for some kind of answer to why, like, to something. I think he knows something.
I don't know.
I don't believe you.
I don't know why I was able to see it.
I mean, in theory, you've been around a long time.
I don't think. Yeah, I believe Audric. I don't think he knows any more than we do.
Have no one here questioned why he's named Odric before? Just, putting it out there.
We can arrange one of our brothers and sisters go along with you on the canopy, and if you so wish, or our brother here can join you in the morning. It's your choice.
I would say we'll have Sora join us in the morning.
He says, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to have my existence mean absolutely nothing here. So if any shaman's going to help them get there, it's going to be me. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure you can arrange for sleeping arrangements in Memoria.
Mm-hmm.
We don't desire earthly possessions, except the outsider, he does. But make the village your home.
Okay.
She smiles at you.
So, well, I guess that's what we'll do for the rest of the day.
All right. So you go to leave, and you hear her say, "Wait!"
Lucius turns back. Yes?
You see kind of the root glowing. The tree's dreams are telling me something. She keeps her eyes closed, but she seems to be like in a meditative state. One amongst you does not belong here. And Sora says, well, you just told me I'm an All-Soran. No. One of you does not belong in this time.
So again,
Oh,
Odric,
I get it.
We know that one.
From a distant past, the dark times of warring kingdoms of the elements, the tree remembers its children. And you're all kind of like looking at her. And Audric is kind of looking at her too.
I mean, I'm looking at Audric.
yeah, I'm also looking at Odric.
I'm not. I'm looking at her.
And
I'm looking at Audric.
and she says, "It's you." And she's pointing at you, Lucius.
What?
Lucius.
What?
Is this some joke? It's like some in joke that I'm not like part of. What is happening?
Yeah, like
here?
Audric is right there.
Do that Poe thing where Uguay is pointing at him and you just have someone walk in front of him.
I'm not from this time?
You go talk to the tree. Go touch that root. Raffa's gonna push it towards the root.
It is what the tree says.
Go talk to the tree.
It remembers your presence from hundreds of years ago.
I don't have any memories of that. As far as I've been aware, I've been raised in this time since I was a child.
That's all.
But
That is all it's telling me. Like I said, dreams can be vague. But it definitely remembers you.
The root, Lucius.
Can I... If I do what my friend is saying and touch the root, what would happen?
I'm not sure. Give it a try.
Okay, Lucius is going to sort of pseudo summon up his divine power and his connection to Xerneas and try and touch the root.
Alright, so you touch it, and at first nothing happens, but slowly, like, you don't even really hear it in your mind, you just kind of feel it, that it's like expositing the same information she just told you. Like, you don't belong here. You were from hundreds of years ago, from the distant past of warring kingdoms of the elements. And you are in the present day now.
Okay, Lucius releases his paw and sort of looks down contemplatively, and he says, "Will this affect our ability to get into the tree?"
No, it's just strange. That's all. She smiles to you.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay, Lucius turns around. And he says, "Thank you," and then he sort of leaves.
All right. See you later, brothers and sisters.
For real this time?
Yes.
No more second messages.
No, wait. No, she says, "Get the fuck out of my hut."
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Omoshiroi.
面白いね。
All right. So I assume you're leaving her hut.
Lucius has already
Yeah.
left.
Okay. You're out. All right. So what are you doing out here?
Go find this outsider guy.
Okay.
Well, Lucius is, I suppose he'll follow, but he'll probably follow slowly and contemplatively.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you walk over to the left route, and there seems to be like something like really sticks out compared to like these little floral huts. It's this little tent. And it's upon the route.
Hello?
You're gonna open it? Or are you just gonna say hello?
Hello?
Oh! You don't sound like a shaman! Coming in!
Okay, I'm gonna stick my head through.
Alright, there's a Kecleon wearing a monocle in there.
Of course.
Oh no. It's the show 10.
I haven't had
Well, Elvis, this is the
customers
person
in
you
a
got
long time. I got plenty of items on sale.
Okay.
What are you doing in this
Okay.
village?
I got this wind up ratata, and he points this like little thing, this little rat. It looks like a wind up rat, tata. That is yeah, it looks like a little wind up toy. It's magic.
A
What does it
wind
do?
up Rattata that is.
Oh, what you do is you tune to it, and then you wind it up, and then it travels 60 feet, and you can actually see through it. Security.
Oh, I see.
NordVPN.
Oh, for the love
This guy's name is officially Nord.
No, his name is NordVPN.
Stands for very.
I've also got weapons here. They're not magical, but they're useful. And he pulls out these spikes that look like they're finely made. They're like very, very exquisite looking. They look like they'd swing really nicely in the wind or stab. I've also got this elixir and a bunch of an Orin clutter, if you want that.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll look around and we'll see what we like.
All right.
Okay, so can you give us a sort of list?
Yeah, okay, so he has the wind-up Rattata. He has a few weapons that look like they have some function. They aren't magical, but they do something. It's there's not a crossbow.
Oh, sorry, Sora.
There's just a spike and an iron spike. And there is a elixir and then looks like just like an Orin clutter.
I assume that the elixir gives back, like, I don't know, what's the equivalent of our PP spell slots?
Oh no, this elixir makes you more focused for 1 hour. It gives you 5 decks for an hour.
Okay.
Just to checks and saving throws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so an elixir that gives you more dex. Okay.
Pidgeot elixir.
Pidgeot elixir. Okay. Wind up mouse. You said a spike and an iron spike?
Oh yes, these are tactician spikes. If you almost never whiff with them. What they basically do is, if you wield one of these, which is basically a longsword and a dagger, if you miss with these, you get to reroll. But you don't add your hit modifier to the roll. You just roll a straight up d20.
Ah. Okay, so you get advantage, but interesting.
How much damage does it do?
Well, it's a longsword and a dagger, so I believe a longsword is D8, D10 if you're wielding it with 2 hands, and the dagger is just D4.
Yeah.
But it can be thrown.
Yeah, they're called tactician spikes. It's a tactician gold spike and a tactician iron spike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man, that means my spike is still better.
Okay. Okay. How much for the tactician gold spike?
Oh, that'll be 150 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, you have enough?
Yeah, I have enough.
All right, deduct 150.
Okay.
I mean, what else would you expect from Nord? Very pricey knickknacks.
Okay. I like how I'm the only one who's buying things here.
Anyone else want to buy anything? You got the wind up.
Okay, well, what are the exact magical properties of this wind-up Rattata?
When you turn it on, you can see through it as it scurries in a straight line.
Okay.
Basically,
good for scouting.
It can be used for scouting, seeing if there are any traps, things like that.
You could attach it to the end of your rope snake and then have the rope snake go like all the way up and use it like
well, that was my idea. I was going to attach it to Ropey somehow.
Yeah,
but
so
but the range still applies, right? So you cannot just move however far away as you want, I think.
Well, you wind it up and then it turns on.
Yeah. So the range would still apply, but it's 60 feet. It's a nice scouting tool. I'd say somebody should. Say someone should get it.
All right, let's see here. I'd say I'm interested in buying that. Yes.
In other words, what's the price?
200 gold. Or sorry, 200 gold.
Don't have enough for that.
Raffa, do you mind spotting him some?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you are loaded right now, so.
I have replaced Rodney in the loaded department.
Yeah.
I only have 113, and I can pitch that in with the rest
The
of.
change of the tides, the poorest person went to the richest.
That's the beauty of the times two chest.
Yeah. All right, so you
get.
Yeah.
So how much gold do you have?
I said I have 113.
All right, I'll just spot you 100. 100 and 100 leaves you with 13.
Yeah, I got 13 gold pieces now.
All right, so he hands you over the rat. It wasn't fitting. The scout doesn't buy the scouting item.
I'm not really a scout. Yeah.
Well, I mean, scout didn't buy it. Should I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Is there anything else you would like? I still got this fantastic elixir. Or in case you lose your gold spike, there's this iron spike. It has the same finesse to it.
I'd say a couple of ord bears might be a good idea.
Oh, they all come as one. Have to buy them in bulk.
Okay. Okay, how much is there and how much for the bulk?
There's 10 and it's 50.
Okay, Raffa, give me 1 gold.
Okay. I
Okay.
think my spreadsheet's my gold tracker's broken. I put 5 in, but I get an R. I don't know what's going on here. So I'm gonna have to put it under other wealth.
These can also sustain you for a whole day, and they don't go bad.
Cool.
As well as they heal 1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all you would like?
Well, unless someone else wants to buy something, that's all I'm interested in.
All I have left is the iron spike and the elixir. He's kind of like waving them in your hand. He has like one in one hand and the other. You're making me a very happy Pokemon right now.
Sure, what the heck? I'll get the iron spike for Sora.
Well, he does miss a lot. Okay, well, it is 100 for that.
Right. I'll spot Sora too.
Okay. He has his no hands. I guess he's putting it in his mouth. Ugh.
Now I can properly teach him fencing.
Yeah. And all that's left
Before
is
he
the
gets a
elixir.
crossbow. I'm like, if this was a video game, I'd do it to see what happens, but I'm like, I think we're good. All of us have high decks.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think we're good.
honestly, if nobody else takes it, why not? I could maybe take it. How much is the elixir?
100 gold.
Yeah, maybe not.
Don't underestimate your money, NPC.
I told you, ignore the very price when you connects.
I've got to keep note.
Yeah.
Sora has this thing. And okay. All right. Is that all you're buying from this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So where to next, guys?
Well, I guess inadvertently, but we took care of shopping, so let's see. I suppose.
The library.
Yes, this is exactly what I was going to suggest. We should look around, see if there are any other interesting buildings, and if there's a library, this is probably the first place we should look at. Find out
Yeah,
more about this town. I really want to know what this, like, I know it's connected to the Tree of Life, but I still want to know what's going on with this glimmer around the shaman, why it's there exactly. Maybe we
So
can find
all these
out something.
so all these
Uh,
huts look the same except the seer and this Kecleon's little tent. So you can't really discern a library or anything around this massive tree.
but we can ask.
You
Are
can.
there any shaman running around?
Yep. You see them walking around. They have like little baskets on their sides with full of flowers.
Okay, then I'm going to approach one of them and just ask, "Hey there, do you have a library in this town?"
A lie. It's not nice to lie.
No, no, a library with books, the stuff where you put knowledge in.
Oh, we don't have one of those. The seer tells us
Oh.
everything.
Ah, okay, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
Xerneas is the library.
And does this shaman have one of these baskets?
It just has like a bunch of flowers in it. They're
Okay.
very it's just like an assortment.
What are you doing with the flowers?
Oh, decorating.
Ah, okay.
is there like a festival going on or something?
No. I just thought it'd look prettier around my dwelling.
Okay.
Goodbye.
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 So no library.
No, we might. So, suppose the seer is probably the closest they've got to the library. So, I suppose if you want to chat up with the seer and see if you can get more info on the history of the place, you can. Otherwise, I suppose we'll have to ask around and see if we could find some sort of living quarters or something.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. Because if we don't, maybe it gets too late, and then yeah.
I mean,
Then
I'm
it's
pretty
too
sure
late.
that this grass is probably what they're sleeping on anyway. They just built a wigwam around it.
Yeah. That's what it appeared when you were in the fake village. Well, I guess if you're going by that, then that's probably what the interiors look like in these ones.
But I assume it's very comfy grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might end up tenting out for the night.
There's no crabgrass here.
Quality grass.
Anyways, I suppose if Alvis wants to go to the seer, he can. Otherwise, we're probably just gonna set up tent.
All right. Is that what you're gonna do, Elvis?
I'm just going to help them with the tent for now.
Okay. A shaman sees you pitching up a tent, and he says, "Oh, whoa! What are you doing, brother?"
Getting a place for us to rest.
The seer foretold your arrival, so we had huts prepared for all of you.
Oh, okay. I guess we don't have to worry about. I guess we don't have to worry about the tent then.
He points you over, like, in the direction kind of near the seer, around the area where, like, Mimikyu was playing with those kids and Ropey. There's like, you could see there's, like, several little huts, and they all look unoccupied.
Okay.
One for each of you. You're free to decorate them with flowers. I like doing that.
Okay. Cool. We'll do so then.
He nods to you, and... never mind. You already arranged that. It's gonna be Sora in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You found dwellings. They like you guys said earlier. It looks like very comfy grass in all of them.
Hmm.
Like it kind of like supports your weight when you just kind of throw yourself onto it. It's very strange. It's like a bed, a grass bed.
And I
Okay.
assume it's getting late probably.
It's probably about midday, getting close to
Okay.
evening, but it's not like nighty night time yet.
I really want to look around the village for more information, but I also kind of don't want to just go back to the seer again.
Why? She just told you to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah. Awkwardly come back. I have some more questions.
like I was just going to go out of the hut again and look over the village again. Are there really no other interesting places?
No, wait, it looks very. Some are like some of the huts are decorated like that Shaman was suggesting, but it looks very kind of like samey all around, except the Kekleon and the Seer's hut.
I'm gonna get some Gracidias and make like a fire symbol on my hut so I can find it again.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you claim this hut in the name of Raffa.
There we go.
Yeah.
My hut's prettier than Elvis's.
No. Yeah, seeing that Rafa starts decorating her hut, I think Alvis is also going to. I don't know what he had. Maybe he has some maps or something in the backpack, and he just I don't know what he could decorate it with, but all sort of stuff he just has. with him.
Marcel.
You set like the pickaxe as a signpost and
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
just make it look
Actually,
like just make it
I
really
had-
elaborate.
Yeah, and I have like in the backpack there are some signposts, basically like how it's called. Moment. Need to look up the yeah like business cards but as signposts. Like says Alvis Explorer. I don't know.
Yeah, how's
You
your
just
like
put it
visage
on.
on it with like a thumbs
Yes.
up? Yeah. Okay. So these two are making their huts very, very elaborate and cluttered. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do before you? I don't know. Just wait for dusk.
Lucius is probably just going to sit in his hut and think, brood. I don't know what to call it.
Think of what you were told today.
Yeah.
Think about that. Okay. Anyone else want to do anything else?
Yeah, since for Alvis all of this was kind of an information overload, he's going to go to Lucius and ask him, so what exactly is it that you're going to do tomorrow?
We are more than likely going to the land of the dead, a place called Niflheim.
Okay. Have I heard of Niflheim before?
Yes, it's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale land where, like I said, fairy tale where people go when they die.
You're going to Niflheim, a place that doesn't exist. And
Well,
it's here in the Tree of Life.
Yeah, you heard what the seer said. We're here to go into there and apparently gain the power to save the world or something.
Oh, we can save the world? Well, that's good. I was just here to save my girlfriend.
Wait, and what exactly is your plan? You could just go in there and then save the world and come back out? What are you meaning by saving the world anyway?
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
No idea at all. None of us have a good idea about
So you're just going to some place that some fairy tale place to save the world, but you don't know how, you don't know why.
Marcel says this is supposed to be a fictional program.
No, it's not supposed to be a fictional program. It's supposed to be a documentary. But now it starts to look like a fictional program. I don't know. Like, nothing you guys have told me so far has made any sense.
it.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
doesn't.
nature of adventure, I tell you.
It doesn't surprise me. I can imagine it being difficult for anybody to understand, and frankly, you found your village, so you're under no obligations to follow us in there.
But I have no plans to. I want to find more about out more about this village. But
Okay.
are you guys coming back, or what is?
I would imagine we are, but to be honest, once we enter there, all bets are off. We don't know anything else.
Huh. Well, I guess good luck then. But yeah, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to study the shaman a bit more. This is why I came here.
Okay. You could do that.
Oh,
Of course, the seer doesn't like you asking her a bunch of questions.
I think she
I
was
was
more
just going-
upset by just standing by her door.
yeah, I was not even going to acknowledge Raffa.
Speaking of the seer, Rafa's gonna go talk to her.
Oh, okay. So you kind of break off and you enter her hut. She's like, "Ah, you're back, my sister."
So, you told me that the Voidlands in Niflheim are different.
That
How
is...
so?
The Voidlands is the realm of dark matter. Well, the land of the dead is a realm of the tree of life. When a soul dies, it travels to the land of the dead. But that is all is known. Like I said, living beings have never traveled to the land of the dead, but the tree foresees a group going there to save the world from the moon. Something about the moon.
The moon's been shifty lately. So, if Niflheim is the tree of life, then why did all the Pokemon 2 years ago go straight to the Voidlands? Is there any way between the two?
There's not a connection. Like I said, the Voidlands is the realm of dark matter. That's why Pokemon were sent there those years ago.
So I guess it just collapsed when dark matter disappeared.
When you go to the Voidlands, you don't die. Your soul is sent there.
I mean, I felt pretty dead.
Well, it is a horrible place. Some of us who all went there experienced the same thing you did. We were the first ones to go when that incident happened.
I just don't want those void shadows getting out again. I've already faced enough of them.
I don't have much knowledge of what is in the land of the dead, neither does the tree of life itself. It is not its domain, but it is a part of it. Two sides of the same coin. But There is information of the voice of death, the Tree of Life's counterpart, that might be able to help you. Like I said, I have no idea if this being actually exists, but it must. As I said, two sides of the same coin.
You think we could meet Yveltal?
We shaman are children of the Tree of Life, so death is not in our territory, so I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. It's good to know that I'm not walking back into the Voidlands.
No, that terrible place is behind us. But your goal right now is to save the world as the tree wills.
I'll do my best.
She gives you a smile.
Right.
All right, I'm just gonna leave.
That's that.
Yeah. See how moody she gets when you.
Arigato.
All right. Are you guys still? Are we gonna cut back to Lucius and Alva still talking, or Alvis, are you heading out?
I'm heading out.
All right.
Unless Lucius has anything to say. But
No, he's pretty silent and contemplative right now.
All right. All right. So night hits, and some of the shaman kind of walk into your huts and put these like pink fruits in front of you, and say, "These are Mastilla fruits. They are delicious."
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, yes, thank you.
thank you. Have I seen these fruits before?
No, you haven't.
How are these fruits called?
They're called Mastilla fruits.
Mistilla fruits. So you have your own fruits here.
Yes.
Fascinating.
They're grown from the Tree of Life's branches. On some rare occasions you can find them out in the forest, but they propagate mainly here. Very filling, very plentiful.
Alvis has one in his hands and like twists it and looks at it.
Yeah, it's kind of like this like pink berry. It's like a strawberry sort of, but there's like leaves on the bottom, but the main fruit is pink.
Well, Lucius is gonna eat.
Yes, it's very delicious.
Cool.
And yeah, it just like fills you up more than any like apple or orangeberry would.
Not even a perfect apple.
Yeah, it's very juicy. It's kind of, it has like the texture of watermelon, so it makes a when you chomp it down.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Then eventually nightfall hits, and you think it's time for bed.
Okay. Lucius is probably going to not sleep right away, but Lucius is going to head into his hut and sit down.
What we now know about Lucius
Yeah.
is that he is not a ghost, but the old Lucius died and he teleported right where the old Lucius died. The parents picked him up and were like, "Oh, you must be Lucius."
That's exactly how it went.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He didn't say the meme.
Are the rest of you retiring, or you want to do anything around the village?
Alvis is trying to plan out the next days and
Yeah.
writing down what he has heard so far, planning some questions.
All right, so you're kind of with Marcel, kind of planning
Yes.
the course of
He's,
action.
he's, he's planning out all of his future surveys.
All right. What about the rest of you, Henry and Raffa? What are you doing?
I mean, unless Sora wants to learn more fencing.
He seems like he wants to go to sleep because it was learning he was pointless and he wants to help you out now.
Well, he did have a porpoise, but then he got curamified.
Yeah. Audric's been kind of quiet, more than usual, and he's kind of retiring. Mimikyu went in his little hut, all prepared for him.
I bet he made it look like a Pikachu.
Yeah, he made it look like the Mystery Dungeon huts. The Red Rescue Team one.
I mean, I can't think of anything else, so Rafa's just gonna go to bed. She had her peace, knowing she's not blasting open the void lands into the real world.
All right.
Instead of sleeping, Henry is currently currently using the fabric of one of the bags that he has, and one of the multiple bags that he has to fashion something pretty special.
Okay,
It's very vague, but he's gonna do that before going to sleep.
All right. And all right, so actually, DM me later what you're actually doing. But for now, just like you do that. You do your thing and give a big yawn. Your rope yawn somehow. It makes an O and then it goes like wide like an oval, then shuts. And it kind of curls up in the corner. Yeah. And I guess everyone's asleep by this point?
I'd assume so.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone's asleep. Lucius.
Yep, I saw this coming.
You hear a voice. A female voice that says, "Are you there?"
Oh man, he gets to talk to Gardevoir.
Okay. Lucius opens. Can I tell this is telepathic? Or is it out loud or telepathic?
It is telepathic. If you're asking that question, yes, it is telepathic.
Okay. Lucius opens up his eyes and he responds, "Yeah, I'm here."
Stay quiet.
With his...
I mean, verbally, anyway.
Oh. Okay, Lucius responds in his mind, "Yes, I'm here."
I found your note.
Okay. Do you have a good... And he's still talking telepathically, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
If you want to speak with me, go into the Tree of Life dungeon. I know you're hesitant. I don't want to hurt anyone. It's imperative you listen to me. Listen to what I have to tell you.
Okay,
Yes.
Lucia. Oh, sorry, continue.
Yes, it might seem odd, but I know I said I don't want to hurt anyone, but I will tell you why he must die by my hand. I need to ensure we are in a private area, and there's nowhere more private than a mystery dungeon. We'll speak there. Don't bring any of your friends.
Lucius says, okay, in his mind. And he gets up out of his bed and starts heading there.
I can see some shaman walking through the village. I can guide you so you can slip past them into the dungeon, and I'll follow. I promise I won't harm you.
Okay.
Okay, so the dungeon is kind of at the center base of the tree between the seer and the Kecleon, if that makes any sense, like between the two. If you're making a sandwich, it's the meat. The voice says, "There's one coming. Hide behind that house to your left."
Okay. Lucius does so.
You see a shaman kind of walk by. Okay, keep going. Follow the road on the right side. Stay behind the huts.
Okay. Lucius will follow the roads on the right side and stay behind the huts.
All right. You get to you're pretty close to the dungeon entrance. The voice tells you, "Wait there for 5 minutes. I'm gonna scout."
Okay. Lucius will do so.
I'm pretty good at this. So you wait about 5 minutes. They're probably a very long 5 minutes. You were wondering.
Oh yeah, Lucius. Lucius kind of feels his heart pumping.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Okay. Lucius goes.
So you feel the darkness of a mystery dungeon wash over you, and join me in the private room.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not the one. Yeah, there we go. All right, so it washes over you, and you are now in this very like a big change in scenery. You were like above the trees, and it looks like it's like a bottomless void below. All you see is like clouds down there, but you're like walking aloft like this like kind of bramble of branches. And there seems to be like it goes off in several different directions.
Okay. Lucius waits for a message before moving on.
It felt like you lost contact when you went in the dungeon. But then, while you wait there, a female Meowstick just kind of like appears out of the blue. And she says, "You came alone, right?"
Yes, I told nobody, and I'm pretty sure I came alone.
I don't care if you use that ability or not. We don't have much time left. You could choose to believe me or not, but what I'm telling you is the truth. So, in my opinion, you should save your resources.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Good. She seems like hesitant. Give me an insight check at first.
Okay.
Oh. I'm in the wrong room. Oh boy. Yeah. It looks exactly like that other Meowstick you've met. Can't read anything on her. Straight up poker face. She tells you, okay, this might sound crazy, but I'm from another world. One similar to this one. Look at this reality as a branch. Then the stems on that branch as sister worlds. There are many worlds that mirror this one connected through that branch on the Tree of Life. 15 to be exact. There are thousands of branches on the Tree of Life, but they don't relate to the events on our secluded branch.
Okay.
There is one consistency throughout the branch we live on, though. And this might be hard to believe, but you have to trust me. On every one, Henry joins a group of Pokemon and goes on a journey to save the world from humans threatening to blow up the planet from the moon. Am I not correct?
You are correct. That's what our group is right now.
You'll be happy to know you were successful in pretty much all of them. But something happens to him while you go on the moon. You all come back as heroes. But shortly after, Henry begins acting different, using horrible powers to summon terrible beasts, and he uses them to kill Pokemon indiscriminately. The more blood spills, the more his power grows.
And he eventually spills the blood of his companions and ravages a village that one of his companions comes from, correct?
That is correct, Lucius. He kills everyone. He kills your loved ones, their entire homelands, their countries, and he keeps going. He kills Scala, Lucius.
And as she says that, Lucius, you could see sort of a shiver pass through him. And you could just see just how much this makes him feel just so uncomfortable and so conflicted.
I traveled to these 15 different worlds, and I've killed him 14 times before his power rose to unstoppable levels. I'm trying to save these worlds.
So that's what I saw. The vision I saw, it was a vision of the future then.
Excuse me?
I saw it. I had a vision of myself coming from the shamed village heading back to my home, and I saw Henry ravage my village using their ashes to create a snow lake, and I heard him say that he murdered everyone before he sicked his dark powers and killed me.
I don't know what that's about, but that sounds pretty accurate to what I've experienced.
So it's true then.
You're probably wondering how you'll be able to save the world without his aid, but you needn't worry about that. There's a reason I'm killing him in each of these worlds. Our life and death is connected to every other version of ourselves on these 15 stems. Each of these worlds has a fate in store for every life, from where it was born to when it dies. Look at it as an equation or a math problem. They'll all lead up to an answer. But if you were to remove a variable completely from this equation, what would happen? The answer has to change. You may think me killing him would be his fate, but no, I'm a foreign element in these other 14 worlds. Me killing Henry is not intended, and me overriding it, what inevitably does kill him. So if he dies by my hand in these 15 worlds, the Tree of Life will attempt to correct this equation and remove him from existence completely, thus sparing all the worlds for what happens on the moon. Everyone will forget he even existed. That's why, Lucius. That's why I have to have you that's why I need you to help me. You wouldn't be talking to me right now alone, as you requested, if you didn't feel suspicious of him, would you?
Henry I considered Henry a friend, even if he's very, very boisterous and a little too boisterous sometimes. I've considered Henry a friend up till now, but since having that vision, and since a friend also had a vision that turned out to be something really happening, I felt something was wrong. That is why I'm talking to you.
Then what say you?
Okay, so Lucius seems conflicted for a moment, but eventually he says, "My oath is to life, to protect the weak and to protect the innocents. And if Henry is truly going to become an unstoppable monster in the future, then I have to protect those I love from him." Lucius has another conflicted face on him, and he's almost shaking, but he says, "I'll do it. I'll help you."
She looks a little like... You could see her look happy. It's a very stark contrast to the other meow sticks you've seen that have been harassing you. Good. Good. We could save these worlds. And then you hear a voice that says, "Oh, is that so?" And you look up to your left, and on a tree branch, you see another 2 meow sticks. And that's where we'll leave off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess let's head to the main chatting forum about.
Yeah. Okay. And that's where we'll leave off.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
GG.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we certainly have a cliffhanger if you guys want to go watch what happens.
Yes.
Like, I'm assuming that when we wake up, there's no Lucius.
Yeah. Well, something else could possibly happen. I think it...
Oh no!
Oh no, what? You know?
Oh no! I feel that something is gonna happen to Henry, so that's why I said, "Oh no."
I mean, Lucius did have the vision where Henry went mad, and then same with Rain. Actually, everyone had a dream that Henry went crazy.
Yeah.
You putting words in my mouth, Crow?
No, not at all.
Putting germs in your guts.
I said nothing for your character.
You are a liar.
I swear, I did say I may have said something about your character, but I said nothing through your character.
Liar!
How
From
hate...
my point of view, the DM is evil.
In any case, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks from now, and we'll see the fate of Betrayal. I mean, Pokemon D&D Dark Heroes. Later!